Hello? Yes?
Hello there. Is regular HOI4 too easy? Are you tired of the AI making paper divisions, no tanks, and throwing their men at the meat grinder? In short, are you just too good? Well, buckle up. I've found the solution. The Sheep AI mod not only revamps the AI's thinking, making it shockingly like a sweaty HOI4 multiplayer regular, but also forces them to use properly meta, actually good divisions and equipment design. I'm talking 36 with tank divisions. I'm talking about infantry wave, China and Soviets, and, most importantly, impossibly strong enemy planes and tanks. You think you're good at HOI4? You ain't seen nothing yet. Can I survive against the hardest AI mod I've ever played and defeat the Soviets? Like the video and subscribe to find out. Also, I'm doing occasional weird videos on my channel you might not have seen, and I'd love for you to check that out. Link in the description. Okay, here we are. Germany. All of the AI countries are designed to behave and act like sweaty meta multiplayer players. We first have a few little decisions to make, and under advice from the mod creators themselves, we'll do strength and friendly AI logic. It doesn't actually make anything better, it just gives us the ability to be notified when the other Axis miners research things. The AI should absolutely try their best, and Soviet infantry will be the default mass assault, because that is the hardest one to beat, with a balanced playstyle. Okay, so all things considered, this is a pretty normal Germany game, except for the fact the AIs are actually gonna be hard. They will make meta decisions, make meta builds, and have actually good divisions. So I need to play a bit meta. Now, if you're not aware, hi, I'm Aldrahill. I don't play incredibly meta. I mostly focus on historical videos and stupid challenges. So I'm thinking this is gonna be a pretty decent challenge. So let's do it. Since the AI is going to be hyper meta, we have to be a little meta as well. We're gonna be doing some tech juggling. If you're not aware, tech juggling is the utilization of one of your research slots to save up 30 days and juggle technologies between them so as to get certain techs ahead of time and get certain things at very specific points. So we're going to leave this slot open so that we can start to juggle. And we're going to go crazy building some cities, but only in the west because I'm going to get max infrastructure in these 4 states, so why would I waste the possible building slots I could build later with mills? So just build these. Production-wise, I would normally go pretty heavily into my Panzer IIs and then convert them into like the Stug and other cool things, but considering we're going meta, light tanks are useless. I'm just going to make 1 factory's worth so I can supply the divisions I'll be sending to Spain. Other than that, not much point. I'm going to be trying to maintain air, so we are going to go up on fighters, get rid of mediums. I'm also not 100% confident how strong the enemy tanks are going to be, so just in case, I am going to put on some towed anti-tank. I'm a little scared, I'm not going to lie. And definitely some anti-air as well, because I'm terrified of the enemy AI's air production. I'm not going to go too crazy with like 1 battalion spam to try to get Anschluss too much early. I don't want to cheese it completely. I still want to force myself to only use actual divisions when I can. Big priority is just churning out as many infantry divisions as possible. Got our 30 days saved up now, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of juggling. We're going to click on this one, we're going to move over to armor, and we're going to start researching that one instead. And though we start with a bunch of points in man, we're going to be using Daimler-Benz because of standardized production. It has way more production efficiency bonuses. And then with the 30 days we've got here, we can go straight and continue on electrical engineering and save a bunch of time. Gonna go for Princip for that extra political power, because while going the other route and going down to reorganize the Wehrmacht allows me to get war economy a lot easier, I really want to go to free trade as soon as possible to get the efficiency bonuses. Hire Schacht for the consumer goods bonus, and we're going straight to Tot because he gives you some civ factory bonuses. We'll be shifting off from him later, but right now I'm building civs, so give me the bonuses. And we can grab free trade, 10% factory output, and 9% research speed. It's worth it. I now realize, of course, I'm not having enough tungsten for anti-tank, so I'm actually going to turn off the anti-tank. Oh god, I regret it immediately. And just gives me an extra factory for guns. Look at this, I'm wasting efficiency. I'm already panicking. We're also going to do a very good tip given to us by Casey from the Discord and make a 36 width tank with mostly cavalry. This is what we're going to send to Spain, grind to veterancy, and then when we convert this to a proper tank division later on, it will keep the same veterancy, because whether or not you lose XP when you convert divisions is based on the manpower. So as long as the manpower stays the same, even if I change this all to mediums and mechs and stuff, doesn't matter, I keep the experience. And considering the game starts me with 12 XP and it costs 12 XP, they knew what I was gonna do. We're actually gonna call this the Casey division, considering that was such a helpful tip. Tech shuffling, try to get the construction done a little bit sooner. Saved up PP for a couple days to go straight to war economy. Huzzah. And now we can go into 4-year plan. All right, now we're gonna be real sneaky. We've saved up enough days to substitute the research in this one. Slap this somewhere else. Tech shuffle, so as to complete basic machine tools in just 2 days. And so we finished that before with the bonus from 4-year plan. We're then going to do Dispersed Industry 1, get that researching first, because now that bonus can be saved for a more useful tech later on. Now, sadly, I am going to make the decision to go to autarky efforts. This is going to thrust us into autarky, meaning we only got about 4 or 5 months of free trade. I still think it's worth it because you have tons of PP as Germany, and an extra 10% bonus was really, really nice. I think it was worth it, but we have growing expenses of rearmament. It's a 25%. We need to get that down. This has sort of become a Germany guide now I think about it. Oh well, there's a Spanish Civil War, and we've yeeted out enough divisions that we can send 3. Gonna now start to work on an agency. Just wanting to take advantage of the 10% construction speed bonus from free trade before I set up the Abwehr, but now that it's gone, let's start getting spies together. And now with these 3 tank divisions, I'm gonna be grinding like crazy. I need veterancy. Oh wow, I can already invite Italy to a faction. That seems weird. Also get Legion Condor, can't forget that. And we're just gonna pick whichever of the price control measures that do the most. I need the most consumer goods, and I don't want to lose stability. I'm also gonna make my regular Herpederager 36 fighter design using the stuff that we've unlocked, including cannons and drop tanks. I just wanted to wait until I'd finished the research of drop tanks. I think this is definitely worth it. Yes, it makes them a little more expensive, but the crazy air attack is just so good. So let's do it. All designs are available for YouTube members and Patreon supporters, by the way. Oh, and also go to the Master of Tree cast, which is basically the same as the one you start with, but it has the drop tanks as well. And then a little bit of spicy tech shuffling. Take this research slot, pop it into oil processing, a tech I don't care about, but will hold the research bonus that we have. Take the slot with the most research and put it onto Dispersed Industry 2, and then the one with the second most, improved machine tools, and now go off of oil processing, and now the research bonus is saved, so I can use that to get Dispersed Industry 3 nicely ahead of time. Trust me, it's worth it. We're going to be doing similar things with the 1938s and 40 mediums. We need to be meta here. Also got to move construction to the 100% states, because why not? And now we can move over to Speer, having taken advantage of the torch bonuses. Huzzah! Okay, now Hungary's joining the faction already. That's weirdly early. And look at that, we got a full 30 days saved up and a research bonus for Industry 3. Nicely ahead of time. And we've grinded hundreds of XP from Spain and gotten all 3 of our tank divisions to veterans. We can now just sort of leave Spain alone for a little bit, but I probably will be churning them out a little bit because I do want to grind more XP. Hopefully Anschluss should be getting a little closer. I've also yeeted out enough men to get Molotov-Ribbentrop a little bit early because I want to get treated the USSR to get that 200% armor tech bonus. I need my 1940 tanks, okay? Hey, and we can Anschluss in October 37, nice and early. We've got our basic medium. We're going to save up bonuses so that it coincides perfectly with completing Treaty of the USSR so that we can get the next one. But we are going to use the basic medium. We're going to turn it into a little flame tank. Look at that, isn't she beautiful? A little bit of soft attack with the machine gun and just tons of fuel drums so that it holds a bit more fuel. Oh, why doesn't this cost any XP to save for the design? Oop, I'm not going to complain. We're also preparing a ton of collabs on France and Poland just to try to make my life a little bit easier. Do a little bit of tech shuffle to finish. Disperse Industry. Grab Sudetenland a little bit early. I think that's important. Need the factories, and we're going to rush down the checks. Kind of mistimed getting the improved mediums. I'm not going to get them until 39. So I'm going to be making a more regular medium tank just as a stopgap as soon as I have the medium cannon. Now we've got the Speer bonus of 10% factory output just in time for when we're going to start making our tanks. I would normally make the Yumsuk, but I have a serious problem with this right now because I think the enemy AI is going to have really good tanks, so I can't just get away with having a close support gun. This is the tank we're going to make just for now. I need the medium cannon. We need the engines up to 8 kilometers. Don't worry too much about reliability. It's fine. And then we're going to convert the industrial slot for the flame panzers to our Panzer 3 because it saves quite a lot of the efficiency. What's that? Cancel non-aggression pact? No. I know the Soviets in this mod can actually attack you if you delay too long, but surely they won't now attack me. Oh God. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact expires 19 September 1939. Okay, maybe you're not supposed to rush Molotov-Ribbentrop. Hopefully, I can capitulate Poland before that day, give them Eastern Poland, and then they shouldn't attack me. They shouldn't. Please don't attack me. There isn't really much reason not to just grab all of Czechoslovakia now because the compliance gain is the same, but I'm still going to set up Slovakia. Gives me base war support, and I don't have to lose PP. There's not that much there that's worth it. Oh my God. Bohemia has so much. This feels like way more than vanilla AI. Oh my God. What? They won in November 1938. Congratulations. Okay, I wasn't even paying attention to that. That is incredible. I just assumed they would be like here. They've only been fighting for like a year and a half. Oh my God. That's disturbing. Thank goodness they're on our side. Finally got the improved medium tank one day before 1939. I consider that worth it. Make this absolutely beefy medium tank. I need a medium cannon simply because I'm concerned about the heart attack. We're going to call it the Phil Rose QC after a recent YouTube member. And I know I said screw reliability, but I'm going to put ammunition storage on. I don't know why. I'm just scared. This is going to be my main tank all the way up until the Soviets. So I'm scared about having enough. Okay, don't judge me. We're also going to be extra sneaky and make a tank destroyer that's massively up armored with the maximum amount of armor we can get. Why do this, you ask? Because the way divisional armor is calculated is that 60% of the division's armor is the average armor across everything in the division, but 40% of it is the highest armor of the highest armor battalion. So just chuck one battalion with crap tons of armor in it, sloped armor included, and it elevates the armor of the entire division substantially. I could even go up to welded armor to get that extra 30%, but it uses chromium, and to be honest, the minus 20% production cost from riveted is just too good. This thing looks like a Zwax, another recent YouTube member. Let's do it. Also been rushing air bonuses to try and get the 1940 airframe a little bit earlier. I'm really trying, guys. I literally cannot get Sweden to accept the trading proposition. Please, I just wasted a whole focus on that. Oh my god, Bulgaria has mechanized equipment. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be licensing that. Thank you. It's time to make our proper tank division. Convert this weird thing. Behold, the Casey. All mediums and motorized at 36 combat width. Unfortunately, the manpower is actually not quite right. I miscalculated it. I should have done the support companies. It's 200 higher. But still, we are gonna have pretty significant deficits. Oh my god. Mechs will catch up pretty shortly. Oh, and I forgot, medium tank destroyer. Yeah, we're only gonna be a few hundred down. We'll catch up pretty easily. Honestly, by the time we get to France, these deficits will be solved, so don't worry. And we'll also start gradually increasing more mechs as we get them. Look at that. They've stayed veterans. Yes. The rest obviously have to trade up, but it's fine. All right, we're almost ready for Danziger War. I'm pretty typical setup. I've got, I would say, 2,000-ish fighters out, 2,200, 700 casts. Decent defenses on the Westwall. The French have a pretty typical build-up, though the Brits are also here. Oh, these tanks are good. This French heavy tank template has camels in it. Okay, really don't like that. Just in case, I think I'm going to put support anti-tank and support anti-air in there, just for the ones on that border, because I'm really scared. And I've got 10 tank divisions on a pretty standard Polish push. Plenty of air. I got collab governments on Poland and France. I'm ready. I'm just really nervous that the divisions are going to be good. Let's do it. Here we go. Look at those stats. Very nice. 1,200 breakthrough, 450 soft attack. Oh, it's night as well. Oh, okay, I just got 20,000 equipment from Italy and Italian Ethiopia. What the hell? Thank you. Shooting down hundreds of enemy planes, including Soviet licensed fighters. I think the Soviets have sent volunteers, which is not good. No, just equipment. Okay, that's fine. But we've taken Warsaw with minimal casualties at 33,000. This is going fine. It's not so hard. Okay, the Soviets are still asking for the partition of Poland, so that's good. That's good. That should mean they don't invade me and kill me too early. Really curious just to see how these tanks do. So let's just try attacking the Maginot Line. I know there's a 10 forts, but let's just see. Okay. Oh no. That's still pretty bad. That's not great. But you know what? I bet you we could. Oh no. Wait. Their infantry divisions have a piercing of 89. 89? These infantry divisions appear to have heavy tank destroyers in them. What? Also want to do a bit of an air test, so I've just sent all my air over northern France. Oh no. Whoa. What? I just lost 10? What the hell are their plane designs? Why do they have 904 Soviets? God. Oh, I can send my plane designs to Italy and get 2,000 economic surplus for that. Enjoy, buddy. Please start making planes. Thank you. It also made the design for me. Okay, it just slapped on a bunch of heavy machine guns. Pretty good. You know what? Screw it. I'll make it. Why the hell not? It's a bit heavy on rubber, but I can afford it. Ooh, this is interesting. The British are attritioning massively in the desert on the Italian border. I'm just not going to call in Italy for ages. They can just soak up 15% attrition. Also, these divisions are actually kind of good. Oh, I don't like this. Try as I might, I will never remember the Quisling coup in Norway. I literally always forget. Oh well. Right, well, the Netherlands is falling pretty easily. However, it would appear that even the Dutch infantry pierces my tanks. What the hell is this? That's so much piercing. Oh no. I'm losing way more planes than they are. Okay, so AI's designs are much better. That's distressing. I'm pretty terrified, but let's do it. We're gonna hit Belgium and Luxembourg all together. Let's see if we can make this work. We're also gonna see if we can get emergency support from allied nations. Maybe that'll force Italy to help. And let's send our tanks. 6 tank divisions each. I think this is gonna be okay, but we just want to rush as fast as humanly possible here. Okay, Italy actually is in the war. Thank goodness. Please do actually help. Please don't just immediately die. And Belgium is just getting destroyed, but oh my god, the BEF is very powerful. Let's see if we can get around the ports. Despite the overwhelming air superiority for the allies, look at this. What is this plane casualty casualty ratio. Our microing of tanks is working. The enemy AI honestly is better. They are defending important strongholds better. They are reallocating on the front line very fast, but I'm just too quick for them, baby. Yes, 3 massive encirclements. Look at that. And there it is. Historical BEF encirclement, 5 infantry divisions and 1 tank. Oh, and just look at what the tank actually has. All mechs, medium tanks, support anti-air, and medium flamethrowers. These are good divisions. Woo-wee. This could have been bad if I hadn't encircled them. We got to be thinking about this. We need a lot more tanks. I think basically the only thing that can push is tanks. I'm going to need like 30 by Barbarossa. France doesn't have the national spirit that wrecks them. They've picked the correct focuses to get rid of them. No. Oh God, we're going to have to take so much of France. This is an overwhelmingly historical outcome. We are truly just running across the open stretches of France. We should win soon. Oh, thank God. Oh, I didn't have to completely capitulate them. All right, well, we won all that. It's only February 1940, so I have over a year and a few months to be able to get ready for Barbarossa. My plan is, I'm thinking 20 to 30 tanks, a lot more aircraft, and I'm probably going to fight Sweden. I'm going to send Cartaglesia down as a bit of a Deutsche Afrika Korps with 18 divisions, a couple tanks, just to try to help push. Maybe too many infantry. I might take some of that off. The rest will prepare for Sweden. And for some reason, my tanks have yeeted themselves off into the distance to go to Sardinia, even though I don't have a front line there. And we lost 4 million convoys, which probably means I just lost 1,000 tanks. Okay. Yes, Deutsche Afrika Korps actually doing work. Sweden accepted the deal. I don't have to conquer them. Very nice. I love getting all of the resources in Vasterbotten because I would really like to get autarky. So I only need chromium and oil. Ooh. Was just wondering when I get the deal from Romania, but there it is. All of the oil in Muntania. Okay, they just blew the Suez Canal. I am not even at Al Alamein. I never made it there. What are you doing? Even in an improved AI mod, Italy still can't defend its coast. Okay. I've also always wanted to do this. In my regular vanilla games, I never really have a D-Day wall. I just have some port guards. This time, I've got dedicated militia guarding every single coastal tile. The Waffen SS, a very weak division, but their whole purpose is just to delay individual invasions on coastal tiles with one other division per port. That's a decent division, but not incredibly powerful. It doesn't really need anti-tank or anything. And that way, we will be able to resist. Now we're just going to try and rush Yugoslavia because I want that chromium. Oh, okay. No, Germany's declared war in Yugoslavia. I thought I was going to get events for that. Alrighty then. I guess I'll do that myself. I really needed the chromium, dude. Come on. Yes, okay. We just skipped a few focuses because Hungary took it. Now we can rush autarky, can we? Yes, we can get autarky. Oh my God, that's incredible. Glorious autarky. Yes. Whoa, Britain is really going after Africa. That is a lot of invasions. Prepping for Barbarossa now. I do have 24 tank divisions that are fully equipped with 8 more on the way. An entire field marshal's worth of infantry coming up. I'm thinking I'm just going to have to abandon Africa because Italy is just, they just suck. You know what? Screw you guys. We're just leaving you alone. Quick tip, by the way, if you ever want to try and plan Barbarossa and pick the right advance, go to F5, which is the terrain map mode. You can then more easily see where the best places to put your tanks are. Look, this is where all the plains are. This is where all the marshlands are. You don't want to put tanks in here. They'll die. You desperately want to get your tanks over here, and then over here, and same over here, and then down here. All right, it's the 10th of June, 1941. Let's do Barbarossa. Had to wait a bit for some of the rain to go away. That's right, I'm really getting micro-intensive. Full field marshal on the west, 2 armies on the south. I have 34 tanks ready to push. Again, keeping an eye on the terrain. It's the standard Barbarossa push through the plains here, and then meet in the middle to encircle everything. Let's see what we can do. The Soviets have an absolutely absurd number of infantry. They are pretty regular infantry with anti-tank, and they also seem to have dedicated anti-tank divisions that are special forces. They have parachute infantry and direct anti-tank battalions. I gotta be careful with them. And their tanks seem to be relatively normal, but quite similar to mine. I have thousands and thousands of air. Let's do it. Can't forget to go down here to get shared instructors, because you can get 10% cold acclimatization gain for everybody. Very useful. Despite how tanky my panzers are, 5 of their divisions are dealing 80% of their damage. They can pierce me just a bit. That's not so good. But we are doing still a lot of damage to them, which is great. They've only got minus 5% div org from the Red Army. They've been really dealing with the penalties pretty well. They're definitely playing quite optimally. All right, at least my planes are still winning very handily. That's at least something. Look at that, 3 to 24 casualty rate. Phew, I've only just realized, but it looks like the Soviets won the Winter War. Finland is on their side. side. Oh, okay. The entirety of the 5,000 strong Soviet Air Force is in the northern section. That's okay. We're getting really, really good trades. I should probably try to send as many fighters to the north as possible. In just under 2 weeks, the north has gone really, really well. We've taken this whole stretch. But honestly, this is hard. This is a very hard push. I'm microing like crazy, desperately trying to get the standard pocket here in Stanislav. It's not easy. There's 16 divisions from Tanatuva here and Mongolians. It's actually like playing against a multiplayer Soviet Union. They're pushing me really hard. My tanks are coping quite well. I've got plenty of supplies in reserve, and we've just breached the river near Koval, so I can now start to push north, get a couple of these plains tiles, maybe encircle Brest-Litovsky. And I'd love to go into this area as well, because as I discussed, there is some plains here, but there's this dreaded marsh that I got to be careful of. Well, this is surprisingly historical. Despite the fact that it's been a bit of a slog, we have made a huge breakthrough around Minsk and around Zoltimir, and we're going to be pushing towards Kiev shortly. This is actually on par with the timings. We've got about 60 divisions encircled here. That's the only encirclement I've made so far. But the main thing is that in eastern Poland, I have shot down 6,000 planes in 1 month. 6,000. That's kind of accurate, weirdly. As well start making a heavy tank as well, because I'm pretty sure the Soviets will at some point. It's basically just a lowy. I've added in a machine gun and easy maintenance, made it above 8 kilometers. It's only got 65 reliability, but that's fine. I'm going to make the stupid decision and use welded armor. I have so much chromium just sitting here. The goal of this tank is just to beef up the armor of the division by only using 1 battalion's worth. So I just want as much armor as possible. Yes, it makes it a lot more expensive, but I think it's worth it. There we go. Nice big upgrades. We're also going to call it the Tappy after a recent YouTube member. Also, I dealt with all the air, so I'm going to replace the anti-air in the tank division with a maintenance company. Seems like a good idea. Though I'm not playing with historical divisions, I feel like this is such an historical fight. This is hell. I am brutally fighting for every inch of territory. Casualties are really starting to creep up. I have now hit 500,000 against the Soviets. I've stopped the general assault because I think we've mostly hit static positions, and it's just tank pushes now. But oh man, this is hard. We've just breached the river at Dagovopolis. I refuse to say if that's correct or not. I'm going to build a railway, and this is going to be the new tank push line. Oh my god, my allies have been invaded. Romania, please, you're the new Italy. Technically beaten the historical date of Kiev by a couple weeks because it's September. Oh man, that's going to help a lot. Main thing is it's got a big supply hub on it. We're going to connect it with railroads. It's going to be okay. For some reason, Kiev is just not giving me supply, even though there very much is a railway here. Please give me supply. I'm begging you. October, so we're heading towards winter, and I've got the makings of a beautiful encirclement here, maybe 40, maybe 60 divisions, and another one in the north, and another in the south. I'm a little behind historical, but it's happening, okay? We're making this work. This is really fun. It's just super hard. They're actually reacting as well to what I do. This is nothing like the AI I am used to. Oh, in fact, they actually have dedicated anti-tank divisions. This is amazing. I'm doing so much in this initial push, but we've just taken Minsk, which means I do believe it's time to close this pocket. We've closed this one as well. This attack is just not happening. Let's freaking do this. Okay, we're going to start settling into winter patterns, but we have got some encirclements, including this beast of a one that looks like a sitting dog. It is, I believe, 88 total divisions, including the one strapped down here. And I think they've given up Riga. Oh my god, what are you doing? Let's go. So much for being smart. I think I was getting too used to black ice weather penalties because, honestly, I'm pushing just fine in the winter. Yes, I'm getting a bit of attrition, but it's fine. Look at these crazy encirclements. I am hoping the Soviets are going to get some tanks soon to try and counter me, because I am just sloping around them with 41 tank divisions. Oh my god. All right, about damn time. It's time for an early spring offensive. The Caucasus are ripe for the taking. And I don't say this lightly, but my allies have actually been useful. I don't believe it either, but they actually have done quite a lot of the pushing over here. I've been trying to close up some tiny pockets. It's not gone amazingly. There's, there is genuinely 86 divisions stuck here, and I can't kill them. Yes, go. What? The Swiss have stolen my gold? No. Oh, Switzerland, you're done. Time for my favorite trick when there's a really weird, ugly salient. Take a tank on me, divide it in half, 1 bit on each side, and go. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. We're finally into good weather, and the Soviets are indeed actually making a fair amount of little pushes on me. That's not so good. Oh, no. I have been recruiting quite a lot of infantry, and I've been building up the armies back up, but man, I think we need to think about proper pushes pushes now and start trying to encircle Moscow. I also don't like this around Kursk. Where have I heard that before? Oh god, I just realized that like 50 infantry divisions have been surrounding just these couple tiles. Oh no. And that's why I've started to lose ground. No. Boys, come on. Let's go. Yeah, I've left these pockets open way too long because they are actually starting a push. This appears to be the 42 summer offensive. I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay, we're going to counter. We're going to be quick. They push us off Riga. That's really bad. Ooh, that's not looking good. Oh, hell. It's the Allied invasion of Italy. That's come a bit early. Oh, it's happening everywhere. At least the Italians are actually defending their coast, but there's a few spots where it's going to break. Oh my god. And it's also D-Day at the exact same time. It is June 1942 and D-Day has just happened. I am very glad I put coastal defenses absolutely everywhere. Right, I've got 4 tanks. They're coming right out. Well, Manstein, it's all on you. All right, what the hell is this? There are literally 5 separate naval invasions happening. There must be over 1 million men pouring down on me. These Royal Marines are absolutely terrifying. They are stacked. What is in these things? It's Marines and Mountaineers with flame tanks. Oh my god. I can't help but notice that Japan has done basically nothing despite dominating all of Asia. They've not even invaded the East Indies. Game, please. Oh my god. There is so much here. There's so many tanks. I do have air control, which is good. Oh no, I don't. They're bringing hundreds and hundreds of fighters here. Okay, 700 more, please. Oh god, I'm 1,500 medium tanks down, but it's okay. I also have 2,000 heavies, so let's just swap that around a little bit. Let's put a heavy tank in there instead. Much better. Okay, we're moving literally all of the air over northern France, and now we are outnumbering them. They seem to have much better planes than me, which is really not good, even though we're both using the improved airframe. Oh god, the damage. But we're gonna try and pen them in. There is literally about 35 English divisions here. I think we can take care of this though. Italy is safe. I defended it. I made sure to put 2 port guards on Rome and the ports because I knew it would happen. Don't mind me, just found 800 more fighters I can bring to this. They really are just putting thousands of fighters in here. Oh god. I'm basically having to empty the entirety of Russia to be able to defend. Oh god, so much. We have managed to push through with our tanks to this stretch of plains. I would really like to just rampage across all the way to Saratov, and maybe we can encircle Stalingrad, please. Has it happened? Have the Russians finally sort of run out of men? I have lost a couple million. They've lost 7 million to me. I have done quite well. I might be there soon. Maybe I can win by 1942. Come on, baby. I've got tanks coming in. The real kill has been the tanks. Making a Dr. Toast 43 medium, though I'm going to add a improved medium cannon instead of the normal howitzer because there's a lot of tanks around. I'm probably not going to be able to make many of these because I really need to focus on the current one that I'm making, the Philrose QC, but, you know, it's nice to get started with something better. Oh god, D-Day .2. No. Oh god damn it, Italy. Please. What happened to your defenses? Come on. We're doing it semi-okay and pushing them back in France, but this is just getting ridiculous. Yes, Stalingrad has fallen. It finally pays off to 8 million casualties inflicted on the Soviets. They're starting to die and they're starting to run out of units, and we just lost Vasterbotten, Sweden. You absolute jerk. I think I might need to start pulling tanks off to deal with this. This is worrying. Yes, Moscow's on our sides. The Russians are destroyed, and we got it. Of course, they're still not going to capitulate, but they will soon. Maybe we just got to keep going. Yes. Okay. Here's the plan. We can win this. The plan is we're going to capitulate the Soviets somehow. I don't know, Gorky and Kazan maybe. How much Kolev do I need? And then we're going to divert our attention to trying to take care of this. And once we push them out, I say we will have won. Tanks from the Eastern Front have now arrived. Only took about a week to get there, but the Allies have created a combined front, and they are in Germany. They've already busted the Rhine. This is horrifying, and Italy is close to death. I think we need to win this now, like in the next 2 weeks, or we're gonna die. Oh my god, we're actually gonna get encirclements. They're too eager. They're too eager. Bridge too far. Bridge too far. The game is frozen. Yes, please. Is it time? Whoa, they had a lot of equipment. Oh my god, that's so much. Okay, that's gonna help me a lot. Thank you. Okay, now we need to quickly try to deal with this. Let's immediately assign the entirety of my infantry army, and let's send the secondary infantry army to hold on in Italy. Oh god. Plus, honestly, maybe the entirety of the tanks? No, we need some tanks in the south, I think. Let's see if we can wipe them out. I don't think I'm going to be doing any kind of sea lion here today, but if I can push them out of Europe, I'll be happy. Let's go back to the Netherlands. Oh my god, I have so many factories. What the hell is this? Jesus Christ, that's so many. Okay, and here comes the wave of Eastern Front veterans just piling in. Oh, that looks amazing. Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, the allies just do not have enough here. My massive 36 width tanks are really showing their use. However, we are completely cut off in the north here, which is not ideal. Can we start doing things, please? Oh wait, never mind. Look at this. There's just nothing here. Okay. Okay, very annoyingly, they did actually liberate Paris, but don't worry. They've not got enough on the western flank. Managed to push them pretty far back now, all the way towards Limoges. I'm not pronouncing that. Bordeaux. But their divisions are actually really quite tanky. I'm just battle planning this now because I do have 40 tanks pushing in on them, but you know, this could be better. I'm still not doing that much damage. It really is just the tanks that do anything. Oh, okay, never mind. The tanks aren't actually doing anything. I thought they were here, and they're not. They're not actually helping. Okay, no wonder it's been slow. Victory is ours. Oh my god, they've invaded in North Germany again. I swear. Come on. I was gonna say, the only thing left to do is Case Anton. Okay, behold, a liberated Europe. Pay no attention to this tiny bit of the boot. They just will not retreat, no matter what I do. And there's some leftover remnants in the mountains in Greece. And apparently also a Dutch invasion that just happened. But I'm tired. I wish to declare victory. Behold, I have won against the Sheep AI mod. Oh my god, the British are invading through the Kuiper Pass from India into Russia. That's agony. But we did it. We managed to overwhelm them. I ended up with a 9-1 because I really wanted to add up some artillery into the infantry division. I definitely should have put more in there. I also lost millions of men in that final push just because I really wanted to push them out of Europe, but it's fine. The KC tank division remained at 38 width. I got a heavy tank and 2 medium tank destroyers and all mechs. I love this tank division. I'd probably add some more heavy tanks eventually. This was a lot of fun. I highly recommend this mod if you're looking for a challenge, if you want to really test your ability at this game, because the enemy AI plays way smarter. This is just like watching a Book Cohen video, at least in terms of skill. There wasn't as much rampant swearing except to myself. Thank you very much for watching. Do be sure to leave a like and a comment down below suggesting a new video you'd like to see on the channel in the future. And thank you to all the YouTube members and patrons who so wonderfully support this channel and whose names you shall see shortly. Bye-bye.